The second phase of EPiC is the integration phase. In this phase, you need to capture and contextualize key issues for action in your policy document by following 4 simple steps. Let's start with the first step. In this step, you are required to identify the issues for action in your policy document. Issues for action are priority issues the policy is aiming to address. Let's call these IAs. It's best to review the entire policy document, including the log frame, and take a note of all IAs, and then input them into the EPiC application. In the next step, you need to simplify the initial list of IAs by consolidating them. You can do this by merging 2 or more of the IAs if they are addressing the same issue, or by modifying the language of the initial IA to better describe the issue being addressed. You can also keep the original IA, but all IAs must be consolidated. The consolidation process also involves identifying a reference population and 1 or several target groups for each IA, but it may not be relevant for some IAs to have a reference population or target groups assigned to them. The reference population refers to the overall population being addressed or impacted upon by the issue requiring action, and target groups are their subsets that require a specific focus. Target groups can be added to an IA via 2 options. Firstly, they could be referenced in the policy document for that issue, and secondly, they could be suggested by the user. All the variables that create the target group need to be selected from the list and a description added. In Step 3, you are required to revisit the core concepts and map them to the consolidated IAs identified in the policy document. To do this, review each consolidated IA against the 29 core concepts and select the core concepts relevant to that IA. The EPiC tool refers to the resulting outcome as an IA-CC combination. In the final step of Phase 2, you can add indicators to the IA-CC combinations. To do this, review the list of relevant indicators from the policy document or the national, regional and global indicator frameworks. Then select all relevant indicators appropriate for monitoring progress against each combination. If you can't identify an indicator from the lists, you will be given an opportunity to think of alternative indicators to monitor that issue in Phase 4. In rare cases when an indicator is not necessary for monitoring progress against the given IA-CC combination, you will have the option to provide a reason. Now that you have completed Phase 2, you can move the policy to the next phase and watch the Phase 3 video for instructions.